Welcome to the XL-Viking series of video tutorials. This is lesson 2 of our YouTube video series, Getting Started with Excel. In this lesson, we will start working with the worksheet cells. Each of the little rectangles in the lower region of the screen is what we call a cell. Each cell can be used to carry any information you want. A cell can contain a number value, a piece of text, or an expression. This can be math or an Excel function. You cannot put a picture into a cell. Cells will only let you type in data. Each cell has a reference location in the worksheet. This reference is given by the column letter and row number. This letter and number together are called the cell reference. The cell reference is a unique name that Excel gives to each cell. You select the cell by moving the cursor over the cell and clicking the left mouse button. You can change the selected cell by using the arrow keys. When the cell is selected, anything you type is put into the cell. When you press Return or Enter, the cell receives the data input and the cell selection will switch to the cell directly below. When you have a cell selected and you start to type, the existing contents of the cell will be deleted and replaced when you press the Return key. If you find you are about to replace the contents of a cell in this manner, you can press the Escape key and the original content of the cell will be restored. Of course, whatever new characters you have typed will be lost. To edit the contents of a cell, you should select the cell and left-click the Edit bar to access the current contents of the cell. Or you can select the cell and press the F2 key. Or you can double-click on the cell, which lets you edit the cell directly. If you type a number into a cell, Excel will use the default number format to display the number. Excel will default to justifying the contents of the cell to the right if it is a number. Excel will default to justifying the contents of the cell to the left if it is text. This can sometimes be useful when you are trying to find an error when you're using a spreadsheet to do mathematics. You can change the alignment of text and numbers in a cell and override this default setting in Excel. Formatting cells and cell contents will be covered in a later lesson. You can use a single cell in Excel to do some math, like you would use a pocket calculator. You just have to start the cell contents with an equal sign. When you start the cell contents like this, Excel knows that you are going to use the cell for either math or a function. Try doing some simple math. Let's try 2 plus 2. Excel shows the answer of 4 in the cell, but the math is still kept in the cell. You can see it when you select the cell. It appears in the Edit bar. You can edit the math expression. You can add brackets and add complex functions. Excel can work with very complex math, and this is one of the common uses for Excel. You needn't put all the values for your math in the cell. You can build math expressions using values in other cells. If you press equals and use the mouse to select another cell, the reference to this cell appears in the math expression. Note that you can also select cells by using the cursor keys after you have started a cell with equal sign, or you can type the cell reference in using the keyboard. After you have selected the cell you want, you can type in a mathematical operator. Let's use the plus operator, and then select another cell using the mouse or the cursor keys, or by typing in the cell reference. Note that the cell displays the answer, but when you select the cell you can see the expression in terms of the references to the other cells. You can change the contents of the cell being referenced, and the cell with the expression will update the answer automatically. Note that whether the worksheet calculates automatically or not can be changed. This is useful if you are creating a very large and complex spreadsheet, which could be very slow to recalculate. Continue learning about Excel in the next lesson. This tutorial is brought to you free of charge by XL-Viking. Visit our website to find out how we can make Excel easier to use and make you more productive. Thank you for watching.